seen Shin Lim before?
No, I've never seen him. No.
Right.
Idea.
Well, Shin Lim is an internet sensation. He's one of the greatest magicians in the world. 60 million hits. He's won America's Got Talent. That's why we're reviewing him now. And you know, like how some, I don't know what it's like for you, but sort of like, I know I'm good at magic, but then there's some people that are just stupidly good.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of like, he's one of those guys. He's like an alien or something.
He's
like
David
Charlie
would
Parker
say. Of magic, yeah.
Exactly.
So he's a reptilian.
He is. He's a reptilian Charlie Parker.
He used his tongue to slip the card under.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
Let's do it.
So he's just the best you can get, so.
Okay. So he's up there.
Just pick one.
Anyone. Oh, you could see it. Oh, okay.
Can you write your name?
Okay.
All the best magicians use a Sharpie.
Yeah.
And a bicycle deck. If you're not a real magician, if you don't have a bite deck and a pen. So even the way you just put that in there, it looked like it just glided in there by itself.
Yeah. Okay.
He's almost too good.
It's very animated.
He's very Instagram, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like if Instagram could move.
Yeah. Okay. So he's forced that one. I'm assuming that's going to change.
Even as me, like I'm watching it and then I just give up.
It's very dense, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of different tricks coming out very quickly.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's like, but after a while, your mind just gives up. You go, okay, cool, you're the best. I don't care. You can do anything.
It's very
you just
fast transitions.
Yeah. And more than one trick happens at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's so baffling.
Okay.
Yeah, it's multi.
And he's so far ahead as well with his.
The facial expression.
I know, it's great.
A little bit over the top.
But that's because he's not using any patter. That's why he's got.
No.
And he knows he's good as well. It's sort of like, I know. Everyone's just playing catch up. I'm just happy when I find their card. Like all this other stuff is like. And you can't get a move wrong with that as well, and the mat's got to be just right. And you know when you're nervous and your hands shake a bit, like he's just totally.
And it's in the envelope.
It's not just in the envelope; it's in an envelope inside of an envelope.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. He's like just a bit too good.
So we're going on again. Here we go. Right.
Oh, so beautiful.
That is pretty good. Now, is that back to a deck of cards again, or we've suddenly lost all the Perspex ones?
But even when you think, oh, he's done a switch, where did the smoke come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a cold block of ice.
It's through the deck, through the base somewhere, but that's material, isn't it? So it would be.
And how did he find the time to get a signed card in an ice block?
Is that what that is? That's now ice, is it?
Well, let's say.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, but look at that.
No, it's gone completely.
It's
flat.
just. There's so much going on, isn't there?
And of course, using the simplicity of just a pack of cards.
Yeah.
In a sense.
So, Paul,
Yeah.
again, we can like chat throughout it because they're such small performances and stuff. So, what did
Okay.
you think of that in terms of performance or him?
So, personally, I find the delivery really cheesy
Yes.
because maybe it's a generational thing, possibly. Maybe he's playing to the, like as you said, the Instagram world very well. Maybe he's playing to people very well. The tricks, though, I mean, the speed. I mean, I don't know how many I saw.
Yes.
8 and 10, I'm guessing.
It bamboozles you, doesn't it?
And that was a very short space of time, but it wasn't a build up. Was this your card? It was like
Joke,
boom,
joke. That isn't
boom.
funny.
Here's the card. Here's the card. Boom. Here's the card. What do you mean it's there? Hold on a minute.
The vet's gone.
Where's this arrow come from? Hold on a minute. Whoa! Slow down, son. I can't even keep up with where you're going. You got it tattooed on your chest.
Yeah.
Right, so I know. So from my point of view, I know he gave her that card.
Yeah.
Right. I know that. But
it was
that doesn't
signed.
change. Well,
Even if he forced it, it's still signed.
I didn't see whether it was signed on his chest or not. I assume it was. I don't know. I didn't notice whether it was the signature was on the signature.
I didn't pay attention to that, to be honest.
And that would be interesting because
Yeah.
if it was, then I'd be super impressed. I
Yeah.
suspect if we wound it back, we would find it wasn't, and we missed that.
Mm.
Either way, that kind of detail allowed, even so, incredible. And I think it's clever not to speak as well.
And yeah, I prefer silent magic, and especially magic to music or something. And so, you say like he's very Instagram. So it's sort of like, would you have him any different to that? Would you like to see him a bit more kind of any other way, or do you think that his stage presence and persona is sort of justified in what he does?
So I personally, I think
He's
people
very
should,
eloquent, isn't he?
they should. He is what he is, and he's
Yeah.
and in a sense he's working because he is being authentic to what he's decided he wants to do,
Yeah.
and that's it. So I wouldn't want to change it. Does it grind on me personally
It's
a
just a
little
personal
bit?
taste thing.
The personal
Yeah.
taste thing of like the. But even then, I'm still thinking if I watched him for another 10 minutes, I'd probably warm to him quite a
Yeah.
lot because I'm getting it a bit more.
Well, I
But-
tell you what, because you didn't see the other ones, again, you can have a look on the channel if you want. It's sort of like when I had Simon here last time when we reviewed him, and Simon does magic like part time. He's like a crossbreed between a magician and a normal person, but
Ooh.
amateur, I think they're called.
Weird.
but he knows that and he loves it. And the great thing is he hasn't solidified his identity as a magician, so he can sort of appreciate good magic and know a bit about it, while still having a fresh layman's perspective on like tricks and stuff. Yeah. So he was basically, you know, how we talk a lot about stories.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of this kind of talent show stuff is, oh, this competition means everything to me. You know, oh, I'm doing this for my pet dog. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like, do you know what I mean? And so, he has a bit of a preamble to this where he's talking about himself. Well, when he did the Penn and Teller, he wanted to be a pianist, but he got some condition where he couldn't play the piano anymore, and so he learned how to do magic because I suppose it's just not as skillful.
It's way easier.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just be a magician. I can't juggle, I can't sing, got no skill, can't act, I'll be a magician.
Since I'm a musician, and I'll be able to do it really well because
Yeah.
I'm slightly more intelligent.
Yeah. But anyway, he's very sort of like, he's obviously very good with his hands in order to be able to kind of do that kind
very
of stuff.
dexterous indeed.
Very skillful. Anyway, but he had this condition, and
What was that doing?
carpal tunnel, I believe.
Okay.
The top of my head. But anyway, it's a very sad story because obviously he trained and trained, and then he got this, and then he became a magician, and then what did he do to his hand, James? He did something to.
He broke his hand,
He really messed up his hand. He damaged it after he got all those, went viral on YouTube and got all those, and won the Fuller Award from Penn and Teller, and you know all this kind of stuff. So he had to have surgery on his hand, and he could barely move his hand, and all this kind of stuff. And so then it was like Rocky. It was like a struggle for him to get back to where he is. So when he comes on and performs it, he's actually got a real like heartbreaking story that's associated with, if I can't do this, he was like saying there's a 60% chance I could do this card trick move, and someone was like, oh, there's a 60% chance. He didn't like the story. Do you like? So if you were to have seen him and known a bit of his background and story, would that influence the performance? Do you think, of knowing his struggles? Again, someone said exactly the same thing. He said,
Don't
"I'll just judge it based on the performance. I
Yeah.
don't care about his story."
It's interesting
Yeah.
to know that, but it doesn't change anything because, as far as I'm concerned, if you're there, then
You're judging it solely on the performance,
Yeah.
not on the story of who the guy is.
and that's how it should be. Because
Yeah.
if you're going to be in the exceptional place
Yeah.
of winning,
I mean, we don't know who's going to win it yet,
well,
but yeah.
or whatever. I don't know if he wins it or
Competing,
not,
let's
or
say,
competing, or you're in that place. Then there's people are there to see you do something brilliant. There's no point otherwise. If I go on and try and do a card trick, it's just not going to be very entertaining. Well, it might be entertaining watching me fail, but who wants to see
I
that?
know what you're saying, yeah.
So the exceptionality of it doesn't really. Okay, maybe his struggle has made him that good. Maybe that's what drove him to be that good. Perhaps he wouldn't have been that good had he not broke his hand, because he wouldn't have tried so hard. I don't know. Maybe he would. Maybe he wouldn't. But doesn't change the quality of what I saw. When I'm going through YouTube watching different things, I'll watch somebody over and I'm just compelled. I don't know why I like watching you, but I do.
So using that, would you watch him again?
Yeah, I would.
Good, because that's exactly what we're going to do now.
Excellent.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be notified of our latest videos.